Good morning, you guys. It is Tuesday, July 2nd. I come to you from Northern California. My name is Laura, and I am the owner and thought process behind Back Porch Fiber Co. Back Porch Fiber Co. is a small online company. I have a website and Etsy, and I sell hand-curated knitting and crochet notions. There's lots of things in my shop, from project bags to custom sock note journals and pattern tracker post-it notes, stitch markers, progress keepers, all kinds of notions that help you create crochet and knit projects. So if you're new here, I definitely urge you to go take a look at my shop and see if there's something in there that you love. But also just watching and joining me here is definitely perfect and just enough. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Thanks for returning. If you are a return viewer, if you have been with me for a long time, I just thank you so much. You guys are so thoughtful and kind, and I love your comments, and everybody that's participating in the dishcloth make along. Oh my gosh, I just posted a ton of photos. I just spammed all the stories yesterday and just posted a ton of your dishcloths that you guys have posted over on Instagram. And I also have somebody who emails me entries, and I get those. So I just kind of do everything. If you don't see me like it or respond right away, it's because I'm not in a spot to put it in the giveaway, and I don't want to respond to something and then forget to put it in the giveaway. So sometimes I see things initially on my phone, and that's just not I have to go to my computer to put those entries in. So I just don't want to forget. So grab a nice cold beverage and join me. I hope that you guys get to sit down for a minute and knit and work on some projects or crochet, and have a nice cold beverage while you guys watch this podcast. So let's get started, you guys. My drink of choice is always an iced coffee. I've been making them at home. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I used to go to Dutch Bros every day. I go now maybe once a week, maybe once every other week. And I do have other cafe bought coffees here and there. For example, my knitting group goes typically to a coffee shop on Friday mornings, and so I'll get a coffee there. But for the most part. I make most of my coffees at home now using an espresso machine, and they are so good. I feel like it took me years to finally find that recipe that I'm just like, I'll stay home for that. So I do love that. I use right now I'm using the Intenso, Freddo Intenso or something like that. It's one of their iced ones, and then a Cape Town, and I pull 2 shots. So, and I have the original line, and then I do like half a tablespoon of maple syrup and 1 ounce of cream, and that's kind of my recipe right now, and it is spot on. It's delicious. Okay, so I have some finished objects to show you guys. I'm gonna start off with a couple smaller ones, and then I'll show you the big one. All right, so I finished a couple pair of socks, you guys. I finished my candy floss socks. And these I'm actually going to give to a friend. But before I did that, I wanted to show you guys first. So it's a vanilla sock. I cast on 56 stitches, did a 2x2 ribbing for, I'm guessing 20 rows. I started these a long time ago. I think it's 20 rows. Here, let me see here. Yeah, it's 20 rows. And then, so like this little, it's like a 2-stitch cable detail, but you don't need a cable needle. You literally are just knitting in your 2nd stitch on your left hand needle, keeping it on the needle, and then knitting into your 1st stitch, and it just creates this little twist in your stitches. I think my stepmom is actually going to do this pattern as well. But so like this little stripe goes on like the outside of your foot, so they're opposites. But I've knit this pattern a couple times now, and sometimes as I'm knitting, I don't know if you guys do this, but like you're so eager to get to that next little part in the pattern. Like, it's a free pattern. I don't know. I think like every 6 or 7 rows or something like that, you do the little twist. And I oftentimes like will miss that cue to put it in. And if I did that, if it was like 1 row, if I was like 1 row off, I didn't go back, because I don't know, like it's a pair of socks and nobody's gonna notice if it's 6 rows or 7 rows. Now if it was like 10 rows, yeah, I'd probably go back. I think I may have gone back and like just dropped the stitches and then twisted them. I think I've done that too on a couple of those. But I don't know, like it's a super easy pattern, and so like sometimes you just lose track because you're just knitting around. And I knit these on 9-inch circs, which is really easy to just lose yourself in that. And one tidbit that I have for those 9-inch circulars, and my friend Annie, she goes, hey, I did what you suggested on your podcast with the 9-inch circulars, and she said it really actually made things, it felt like things went faster. So what that little piece of advice is to use a progress keeper and mark your beginning of round stitch on your fabric instead of having it on the needles, especially for those 9-inch circulars, like, because then you're just going and going and going and going, and you're not even paying attention to like where the round beginning is. And then you're not moving over that stitch marker, which seems so silly that would make such a difference, but it really does. Yeah, I don't know, like it's one less thing, right? And every round, it really does add up. So, little piece of advice for those 9-inch circulars. And then I did this next pair of socks. This was from my friend Tanae brought me this yarn from when she went to Scotland, I believe. But yeah, I had asked her to bring me back some yarn, and she did. And so I just did a pair of vanilla socks from this yarn. I cast on, I want to say 60 stitches for these, and I used DPNs, US 1 DPNs. Now when I use 9-inch circulars, I do go down a needle size, so I do US 0s because I knit quite a bit looser when I am knitting on 9-inch circs. It's a very common issue that a lot of people have. So, okay, so I did 2x2 ribbing, 25 rows. So what's funny is that like when I knit these, I was really into doing 20 rows for the ribbing, and I love the 25 better. Those 5 extra rows, I don't know why, especially in a man sock, it really does make a big difference. I really like the 25 rows. I just do the shadow wrap heel and just a rounded toe. And it's just a plain vanilla sock. And I did not even try to match these up. The yarn, like I wasn't really sure how the yarn worked up. Like I didn't know if it was random or if it was like this weird fade or what. I had no idea. And so I'm like, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to knit these. They're for my father-in-law, by the way. And like, look at, they are almost perfect. I don't even know, like I still to this day, I don't even know like what the exact pattern is on these, but I love them. They're great. So those will go, both of these I guess are gift knits then. And I'm not going to say who the other ones are in case she's watching because I just want to surprise her. But okay, and then my next big finished object, I will put in a video, I'll film it later today, of me wearing this. I have not blocked it yet, but this is the Autumn Lines Pullover. So I did a few modifications to this one. So I've talked about this in other videos, but I was using the needle size that it called for, and with this particular yarn, it just created a very dense material, and it was not good on my hands to work on, and I didn't like the flow of it either. So I was gonna frog it, but then I thought, I tried it on one last time, and all this lace work up here fit perfectly with that size needle, and so I actually tinked back, or ripped back, and then once I got close to this lace work, I put all my stitches back on the needle and then kind of like went back for that final round so that I didn't miss anything, because I knew that if I'd gone into the lace work when I was ripping it out, that it would have been nearly impossible for me to figure out how to pick those stitches back up. And then I used, I think instead of a 7, I used a 9, a US 9. And I loved the fabric that gave. And so that's how I finished this sweater. So I used what it called for up here, and then I used a 9 on the body, and then I think I used a 7 to bind off, or to do the ribbing. And I did a sewn bind off, or like a tubular bind off on everything. So then the other modification that I made is the sleeves they're full length sleeves, kind of like a puff sleeve a little bit. But so you go down, and as I was starting so you knit straight, and then you do some lace work right around the wrist, and then you do a quick decrease and do a short little cuff. I did not have enough yarn, and I thought about just buying more yarn, another skein of yarn or two, and working it as the pattern called. But I was kind of ready to be done with it, and I love my ranunculus sweater, which is like 3/4 length sleeves, or like 2/3, 3/4. And I was talking with my friend, and she goes, well, if you like the sleeves of your ranunculus, then just do that. And so that's what I did. I do feel like they are a little bit tight. Like I probably wouldn't have gone down a needle size, I think. But I'm just done, and it's definitely good enough. I do love how it works up, or like how it fits and everything, and I can't wait to block it. But anyways, that is the Autumn Lines Pullover, you guys. I cannot believe that I am finished with that. Feels so good to get that off the needles. Okay, so that is my last finished object. I'm gonna share an old work in progress with you guys. Okay, this is the Purple Coke shirt. It is a short sleeve top. Let's see, here we go. I am so close to being done, and I really thought that I was gonna finish this last week, but I did not. I have like literally, I think I'm going to finish this repeat. So these stripes are created by holding, okay, so most of the sweater, the thicker stripes, you're holding these two yarns together. And then you drop this one and only knit with the mohair for 2 rounds, and that creates these lighter stripes. Isn't that amazing, you guys? I love the look of this. So I have like one more hold together section, like that I'm 3 rows into right now, and then I will work the mohair for 2 rows, and then I will start the cuff. And it's a short cuff, it's like a 1-inch cuff in 1x1 ribbing, I believe. And then I think I go back and pick up stitches on the top, and I think I do. And then and then the sleeves, and they're just little sleeves because it's a short sleeve top. So super, super close to this, but I haven't showed this one in a while because I really hadn't been working on it. But since I've been working on it, I thought I would give you guys a little update. I love it. I'm not so sure that I can wear this really like in the summer, but I think it'll be a great spring and fall top. So definitely we'll have this done by the fall. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay, we're gonna talk dishcloths. So I have not been working so well out of these books, the Easy Knit Dishcloth and the Easy Crochet Dishcloth book, because I've been doing the patterns for the dishcloth subscription box. So I'll show you guys what I have, but it's just not very grand, but I'm coming along. So here I am. I don't know, I'm probably maybe 2/3 done, about. It took me a little bit of time to kind of figure this pattern out, but then, I don't know, after maybe 3 to 5 rows, it just started clicking and I could read my work. This is a crochet pattern. You know, let me go get the book because I want to share with you guys what pattern it is. Hold on just 1 second. Okay, this is the Easy Crochet Dishcloth, and the pattern that I'm doing is called Forest Floor. I have not picked one out for July, but I will definitely be done with this one pretty quick. So I've been, every subscription box pattern, I have to write and test the pattern for the box. And that has kind of been taking up my time, along with finishing some of these projects that have just been on my needles way too long. And the last little bit, I just definitely feel like I've had less knitting time than I normally do. So I don't know why, but anyways. So I think maybe it's time that I pick out a pattern for July. I'm gonna finish this guy up here like within the next couple days. And yeah, let's see. This one looks pretty interesting. Let's see. Ooh, the one that just caught my eye is the Euranthus, and I have already done that one. Like, oh, I like that. It's so pretty. Well, that's why, because I've already done it. All right, I think that I am going to do this lollipop one. Let's see. I'm gonna just put my hand over some of the pattern here since it is a paid for pattern, but this is the one that I'm going to do. And this one is also on the front here. I probably will not change colors with this one. I may use a yarn that has some variations in there, but I don't think I'm actually going to change colors. So that'll be the one that I do for the Easy Crochet Dishcloth. I have not done anything with the Easy Knit Dishcloth pattern that I picked out, I think, like 2 months ago, which is this waffle rib pattern. Yeah, so I mean, hopefully I can get to that one. I don't know, but I do need to do a pattern for July as well. So for the subscription box, which is amazing. And I love the creative process of designing patterns. It is so fun, so fun. And I'm still using the same yarn that I picked out already, so, which is this color here. It is a Friends Cotton 84 in number 88. Right, so fun fact is that I have some stronger contacts in because I don't know, it's a long story, but anyways, it's so much harder to read small print right now because my subscription is too strong. So it makes words, yeah, I don't know, it's a whole thing. So if you see me like, you know, holding something back to see it, that's why. Okay, let's talk about a couple projects that I just cast on. So I want to share with you guys, I just got back from a knitting retreat weekend with most of the ladies from my knitting group. There were a total of 8 of us that went. 8 of us went. Like, how amazing is it that we had 8 ladies all go on this knit retreat together? It was so much fun. We stayed in this little house in Pollock Pines, California. And I don't even say little, like it was a big, I don't know, like it wasn't a huge house, but it had space. And then it had this phenomenal outdoor area with Adirondack chairs. There was just enough for all of us. It was amazing, you guys. Like, we didn't even watch movies or anything. Like, we just ate yummy food and knit. We knit at a coffee shop going up. So like on our way to Pollock Pines, we stopped at a coffee shop like in Sacramento, and we sat and knit there. And then we went to a yarn shop, and then we went, like when we checked into our place, then we started knitting there, and then knit around the couch, knit at a winery on the way back. Like, we were just knitting nonstop all weekend. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. So I guess I was kind of the coordinator of it all, and my friend and I, we did food together. So we had a lot of food that was prepared, so we didn't have to spend all of our time like preparing food there. But everybody pitched in at some point or another, and somebody else did like volunteer to make breakfast, and so like there was like a lot of like coordinating and that kind of time, but like honestly, it went way better than I could have ever hoped. Like it was just phenomenal. My biggest regret is that I was the last one awake every morning, and I love early mornings. And I just felt like I missed out on that early morning time. And like I still woke up at like 7:15 every morning, but like everybody else was earlier risers, so I was a little bit bummed, but apparently I just needed sleep, which is good too. But anyways, so I got these socks done. I wanted to get these socks done before the retreat. I wanted to get the sweater done before the retreat, and I did so. I was hoping to get that purple coat done before the retreat, and I didn't. I brought it, but I never worked on it because I just got so enthralled in my new cast on. I love it. Let me see. I just noticed that like both of the yarns that I'm going to show you are very similar in color, but they're gorgeous. Okay, so I am working on the cabana top. Let me get this here. It is a tank top. Cabana top by Coco Amore Knitwear. I'll put the link down below. It is a paid for pattern. This pattern is written very well. There's only been one time right now where I really had to think about what the designer was saying. But it's an all over textured pattern, which I think is a great choice for a tank because you're committed to this all over pattern. And yeah, it's going to take you a little bit longer, but it's not like an entire sweater. So anyways, I cast this on, I swatched, I cast it on our retreat, and the construction of this is so fun. I definitely have it on a little bit too small of needles, like as far as like the circular size, but that's okay. We'll just go with it. So this is it. I hope you guys can see that. So you actually start here on the back. So this is the back, like top shoulder area. And then you knit flat for a bit. And then you put your stitches on hold. You come back and cast on stitches on you pick up stitches on your cast on edge, which I love because like after you block it, you won't even be able to tell where I picked up those stitches. I can tell because there's like a little like divot in, like, I don't know, there's just a little divot right there. But I think like when it's on and after it's blocked, you won't be able to tell. So then you pick up one side, knit down, pick up one side, knit down, and then combine it all together. And there will be like a neckline and shoulder or armhole edging as well. But so right now I'm just knitting in the round until it measures a certain amount and until it's long enough for me, and that's it. And that's so adorable. So I am using the yarn that I am using, and I know sometimes I'm not always able to share that, but it is Knitting for Olive. It's a cotton merino. I don't know what colorway. It's nut brown is the colorway. I got this for a ranunculus. I was going to hold it double for a ranunculus, and I just couldn't cast on at the time when my knit group was casting on because I had too many things going on the needles and a lot going on work family wise, and it was just overwhelming and I wasn't enjoying it. So like time to just frog it. So I did, and I cast this one on and said I am holding it double. And there was, so I don't know, let me see, what does the pattern say about the yarn? So she used two yarns. She used Trio 2 and Alpaca 2 by Isager. So she held those two together, but then she also had like the yarn usage for the Pure Silk by Knitting for Olive, which is the exact same yardage and weight of yarn as the Cotton Merino. And since I had it, like that, I was specifically looking for a pattern to use this yarn. I love this yarn. I did my Waitha by Jessica McDonald. I did that in a light blue, and that was held single, and I loved the drape of that. I loved the fabric that that created, but I couldn't find another pattern holding it single. But this one is holding it double. It just has a very nice drape. I really like it. It will be a bit warmer, but it's a tank, and I don't think I'll need to wear an like a camisole underneath it. But the needle sizes, I think I'm using like a US 8 right now for most of it, but then you also use other sizes throughout the entire project. But anyways, Cabanata by Coco Amore Knit. In love with this pattern. It is so fun to work on. So I started that on Friday, and that's where I'm at. But then I started another project. So there are several people that I know that are having babies this coming year, like within the next 6 months. So I wanted to do a Stevie blanket. It is a crochet pattern by My Dear Knot. So her Etsy handle is mydearknot.etsy.com, and knot is K-N-O-T. K-N-O-T, yeah. So, but it's a very simple but beautiful blanket. It has this scalloped edge on there. I don't know if this paper is really doing it justice, so I'll try to maybe pop in a picture as well if I can remember to do that. And so this is where I'm at right now. This yarn is so soft, and I'll go over this yarn too. But so that's where I'm at now. I love it. I love it. It's a very, very easy methodical knit or crochet. Okay, are you guys ready for this yarn? Is this not ridiculous? So one of these blankets will use up almost an entire cone, and when like the amount that you have left over seems very, very little compared to what you start with, but it's there's 2,000 yards in this in each cone, 2,000 yards. And so I probably had maybe 50 to 75, maybe 50 grams left for the blankets. Like I never felt like I was gonna run out, like I was playing yarn chicken or anything like that. Crochet takes up quite a bit more yarn, and so like knitting like this or crocheting like this is it takes that worry out that you're gonna run out of yarn. So I have 3 of these, which will get me 3 blankets. But instead of like trying to figure out the halfway point so that I could hold these 2 double, I just decided to use 2 cones at a time. So like this will make 2 blankets, but I am holding it double because it's a fairly thin, like probably a fingering weight yarn, but it is, it's a cotton boucle yarn. I want to say it's like Meridian House or something like that is, oh look, if I can read this. It's Meridian Special Yarns. Yeah, Meridian Special Yarns. So this is the camel colorway. They have a lot of different colorways. I think that this is like 30 some dollars. It's like 32, 36, something like that dollars. I think that the shipping was free on it. So I got 3 of these for right around $100 for 3 blankets, which I think is a great cost. And they are baby blanket friendly, meaning they are easy to wash, which no mom wants a blanket that they have to hand wash. You just don't. So super easy. They're made for babies. It is the softest yarn ever. I love this yarn so much. Could not recommend it enough. And I will definitely put the link to this yarn down below in the notes. It was hard for me to find. So I originally found this yarn at Stitches West. They had an entire booth of like baby blankets, and they were all woven. So I think that's kind of more like what they specialize in, but I'm like, I can use this. I can use this. Like, so I bought a cone, and I'm like, I'm just gonna try it. So I had it for a while. I tried it. I fell in love with it instantly. I gave this blanket to my niece, this exact blanket I gave to my niece. And like, she said that they use it all the time. They love the blanket. And I see it in pictures a lot as well. Like just day-to-day pictures. So, yeah, it's an easy baby blanket, and I feel like pretty cost effective. So anyways, I was saying that I had a really hard time finding this yarn after the show, and Stitches West is no longer, I don't know if they have them anywhere else, but the one that they do in California is done. I think that there was a whole thing about that, but anyways, so, I've searched and searched and searched. I thought I found it, called them up, definitely wasn't it. And then somehow on Etsy, I found them. I came across them, instantly bought some yarn from them. That's when I instantly bought these 3 skeins of yarn. And it was like, I think I actually called them and I asked, like, were you guys at Stitches West? And they were, so the rest is history. But anyways, they were hard for me to find because the tag that is on their cones is really not that clear. Anyways, okay, moving on. Let's see. I'm gonna show you guys some yarn that I picked up on our knitting retreat. And then also, okay, I'm gonna do the next 2 things that I'm gonna do is show you guys the yarn that I bought, and then we'll do the giveaway winner. And then I was gonna share, I know like some people share books or movies or shows and things like that. Well, my family plays games all the time. We literally play games probably every single day. So I thought I would share some new games that we just got. And I'll share, like, in the next episodes, I'll share some of our favorite games that we play. But in this episode, I'm going to share a couple new games that we just got. All right, so new yarn first. This is Queensland Collection Coastal Cotton. And I got these 2. It's 100 grams. It's a worsted weight yarn. This is Fig. And this is Angels Beach. This is the Ocean Mist series. And then these are just, I love how these colors went together. And I thought that it would be fun to do like one of the, like the corner to corner garter ridge dishcloths sets. And so the idea is that I'm going to do one in this, and one half and half is kind of what I thought. So, and if I have enough, like maybe 2 half and half, maybe I could get 2 out of each, but I feel like I tend to make my dishcloths a little bit bigger than everybody else. So probably, I would be super happy if I got 3 dishcloths and made a little set. And I'll probably give that set away, like maybe for Christmas or a birthday, or just because I love giving gifts. So this is definitely meant to be a gift knit, but I'm really excited to use this yarn. I have heard, I didn't realize it until I was like deep in looking for colors, but this is, I think, the yarn that Crazy Sock Lady has used for the mitts, the oven mitt that she did. And I would love to make one of those. I'm just not there mentally quite yet. So anyways, but this I got at Lofty Lou yarn shop in Placerville, California. That was on our way to our retreat this weekend. And I felt like I couldn't just buy myself something. So the next giveaway winner for the June dishcloth giveaway winner, I picked one out for you. This is the Ocean Mist series in Shark Island. Ooh, how fun is that? So it is, it has like this warm grayish brown color with blues in there. And so I just thought it went so cute with these hot air balloon needle stoppers. So this is the July giveaway prize. So I'm gonna pause here and put up on the screen the winner for the June dishcloth giveaway. Okay, so the winner of the June dishcloth giveaway is CB Crafty Girl. She tagged me on Instagram, so this was an Instagram winner. This is your prize. Get in touch with me either via email or you can do Messenger on Instagram as well. If I don't hear from you in a little bit, I will message you on Instagram and pop that up on Instagram as well. So, but as soon as I get your info, I will put these in the mail for you. So congratulations, CB Crafty Girl. So excited for you. I absolutely love, I'm a gift giver. I love giving prizes. I love giving gifts. I love it when you guys tag me after you receive the gift. It just makes me so happy. So super excited for you, CB Crafty Girl. Okay, so there's that. All right, can we talk about a couple games real quick? All right. So I have two games. The first one is this game called Parks. It says you can play 1 to 5 players. I don't really get that, but I guess maybe it's like solitaire. But this game is beautifully crafted. It is gorgeous inside. But they reference a lot of national parks. But like, look at how meticulous this game is thought out. Like every single piece has a place, which I absolutely love because the little bit of OCD in me just thinks that that's how all games should be. But I was just gonna show you like, okay, can you see this? I just don't want things to fall out, but everything has a place. And look at how beautiful these cards are. You have little hiker tokens. It's just gorgeous, you guys. It is beautiful. So anyways, I love this game. Definitely recommend it. I wouldn't say that it's one that you open the box and you instantly know how to play. There's a lot of like little things to it. You have to read the instructions. I would even suggest finding a YouTube tutorial on how to play it, but it is a lot of fun and there's different strategies just depending on which like trail pieces come up. And again, like the words that I'm saying will make sense with the game, but I definitely give this, I'm gonna say like an 8 out of 10. And I don't know if there's many games that I would give a 10 out of 10. Maybe a 10 out of 10. I don't know. Like, I think the only downside to this game is that I can see it maybe getting a little bit boring if you play it a lot. But I think I'll give it a 10 out of 10 if you're playing it we play games like every single day in our house. So like, I think if I played this game every day, it would get boring because there's just not quite enough variety, but definitely enough variety for like if you were to play it once a week, I think, or maybe even twice a week. I don't know. Anyways, it is a phenomenal game. So I actually didn't buy this game. My daughter got it for my husband for Father's Day. And we had played this game with some of our good friends who are always introducing games to us. And I had kind of been wanting to get it. But then when she said she was going to get it, I'm like, oh, that's amazing. I love it. So it's a great game. It is a fun game to play with just two people as well. And I think that's important to mention because not every game is fun to play with just two people. And we're getting to the stage in life where it's very quickly going to be just my husband and I. And that's okay, right? Like, I mean, while I will mourn the kids being at home, I will embrace that season of life as well. And so I keep that in mind that like this is a great game to play with just two people, but also fun with more people. So, and you could definitely, if you have more people, you could definitely knit in between turns. That's kind of a big deal for me too. Okay, the other game, and I've only played this with 2 and with 3 people. My son has played this. Like, this is a brand new game. I literally just got it last night through Amazon. But while we were on our knitting retreat, my stepmom introduced this game to me. Like, this is such a new game that the cards are still packaged. But I really can't wait to play it today. It's a very, very easy game. It's kind of a game where you want the lowest score, and there are negative cards. So it is a special deck. There are negative cards, 0 cards, point cards, and you can cancel rows out. But it's a good, like, kind of mindless. And when I say mindless, like just not heavy thought, you could definitely pick this game up, read the quick little pamphlet of rules, and start playing within 5 minutes. Super easy game to pick up, but you want the lowest score, and so you get 12 cards, 4 rows, 3 high, and once all your cards are flipped over, the game ends. And if you have a row that has all of the same number, you discard that row. And so those are 0 points. They're no points, which is great because you don't want points. So you could have like high value cards there, but then they would all go away if you get three in a row, basically. It reminds me a lot of like a game that we used to play called 9-card golf. So in golf, you want the lowest score. So that's why it's called golf. But so it reminds me a lot of that, but just a little bit different with the negative cards in there, and just how you discard. And there's another little twist to it as well. So if you are the person that flips over, so like when you deal the cards, they're all face down. So if you're the person that flips your last face down card up, and you end that round, if you do not have the lowest score, your score doubles. So that like there's strategy there. You have to ensure that you have the lowest card, or you have to like start switching things out, and you may not want to switch them out. And anyways, super fun game, easy game to just pick up within 5 minutes, and you're playing. And right now I think it's on sale on Amazon as well. So I'm going to put links to both of these games down below from Amazon. It will be an Amazon affiliate link. I'm not looking to make money here. I don't know. I think I've probably made 50 cents total through Amazon affiliate links. Like it is what it is, but hey, every penny counts right now. So just to let you know, they are affiliate links down there. But I will put those games, the links to the games down below. Let me know if you guys have played any of these games. Let me know if you're going to order any of these games. Yeah, they're so fun. Like I said, we play games literally every single day here in my house. It started for a couple of reasons. When we started homeschooling, like we would eat lunch together and play games together. And it was just a fun way to spend our lunchtime together. And then because we would not allow cell phones at the dinner table, it became a way to do something else. It was kind of like this replacement, and it creates conversation, and we razz each other and tease each other, and we're all super competitive, but like we're not upset if we lose kind of thing. And so like that's how it started. So my son was playing the game Catan. So if you know that game, it's a pretty intricate game. I think he was playing that like on his own at 5 years old. And it's just because we play so many games. My kids are super quick at math because we play games. We play Monopoly and Farkle and all of these games. But so they just have a good sense of strategy and quick math skills because of all these games. So we love games. I hope that my game review was interesting for you guys. Let me know below if you guys want to hear about some more games next time. I may try to share like a more intricate game like this Parks game, and then an easier game like Sky Joe. Okay, you guys, I hope that you guys got some knitting or crochet, just some crafting done while you were watching today. Thanks for sticking around till the end. Congratulations again to our winner, and keep going on that dishcloth make along. The hashtag for that is BPFC Dishcloth MAL. Any type of dishcloth making can be entered. You don't have to finish anything. Just tag me on Instagram. That is literally the easiest way is on your Instagram post to tag me. But you can also email me. You can also comment down below. Let me know what you're working on, or just that you are participating. And as many entries as you post is great. And then, yeah, I keep a spreadsheet. So whether you entered this month, last month, your name is in there. Yeah, for the duration of the dishcloth make along, which is all year long. Okay, you guys, stay cool out there. Happy crafting, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.